Колеги, ми продовжуємо робочий день. До слова запрошую.
Colleagues, we continue our working day, and I invite Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, the official spokesperson of the presidential administration on ATO issues. Good afternoon, dear journalists. Please listen to the latest events in the ATO area. Near Lugansk, the situation remained quiet. Near Donetsk, during the last 24 hours, our positions were twice shelled near Luhansk and Avdiivka. 3 times they were shelled by snipers in Mayorsk, Leninsk, and Nevelsk, and along the entire contact line, the military actions of low intensity continues, usually after lunch. And in general, near Donetsk, we experienced 21 enemy shelling. Near Mariupol, yesterday's morning, our troops repelled the attack of the enemy's reconnaissance and subversive group, and which comprised 10 militants. This was between Novotroitsk and Dokuchaysk. Later, our positions were shelled. Then in Mariinka and Shirokino, ceasefire regime was violated. In general, near Mariupol, there were 6 enemy shellings and 1 military attack. During the last 24 hours, also, there are no killed soldiers among Ukrainian servicemen, and 3 were wounded in result of the blast of an armored vehicle on a landmine. During the last week, the situation in ATO area was extremely tense. The enemies actively used heavy weaponry like mortars, big caliber guns, armored machinery, in particular tanks. The hottest spots were Svetlodarsk Bridge and Avdiivka, where the occupants tried to stretch the front line for their benefit. Those intentions were not successful. For example, the enemy's losses are big enough. Our servicemen blasted 1 tank. Also, at least 10 militants were killed. Another 4 militants were wounded. And the week before the last week, the losses of our enemies were even bigger, more than 12 killed and 70 wounded. Intelligence service informs that militants desert from the military units, and one of them was killed during an attempt to desert to Ukraine.
In Lugansk region, the Ukrainian law enforcement officers detained the informer of the LPR. They found out that the citizen of Lysychansk was recruited by the enemy in April last year, but he got disappointed in the ideas of the so-called Russian world and refused to cooperate with the occupants. Here's the information. I'm Sergei, I'm the citizen of Lysychansk. In April 2015, I was recruited by the representatives of LPR and named Valentin. Another citizen of Lysychansk, Oleksandr, also helped that, who in 2014 was the head of the headquarters when at the referendum, there was a referendum on the independence of the People's Republic. Valentin and Alexander ordered me to make a photo with the piece of paper which said that I voluntarily become the informer of Lugansk People's Republic, and I will serve Novorossiya, and send it by internet to Valentin. My main task was to collect information to LPR on the location, movement of Ukrainian military and their equipment. I was sending this information via social network Vkontakte, and also was taking pictures with Ukrainian servicemen and was putting these photographs on my page in Vkontakte. I cooperated with the LPR for half a year. Then I realized that I'm doing criminal activities and I refuse to cooperate with them. I'm Ukrainian. I want to live in one united Ukraine. Thank you. Also, next to the pre-front village Trochizbinka in Lugansk region, the security service of Ukraine, together with the national police and servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine, discovered the hiding place with explosives and ammunition. Six mines, M190 grenade launcher, RPG 26, 500 grams of trot were confiscated, 7 detonators, and also many cartridges of different caliber. In the International Center of Security in Lvivsk region, the special brigade of the paratroopers of the armed forces of Ukraine continues to get training. The cycle of training is designed to train these experts of the units according to the standards of the armies of the leading countries of the world. The instructors are the servicemen from the US, Canada, and Lithuania. Any questions? Once you have no questions, we will finish our press conference here. And the next briefing will take place at 1 o'clock.